What's going on, YouTube world? It's Coffee back at it talking some NFL. Hope y'all all had a great Halloween, man. And we got to talk Halloween on this one, right? Ryan Fitzpatrick, Fitzmagic, as a diehard Bills fan, Fitz is beloved in the 716 in Buffalo. He's made a couple returns when Eric Wood, a center for the Bills, retired. He came back. He was at one of our playoff games. Like, Fitz is loved by the Bills and a lot of other fan bases where he spent time on his journeyman career, but with Buffalo, he became the starter, played well enough to get an extension. And everywhere he went, he did a lot. He did enough to cause quarterback controversies. The guy was a good QB, always played with a lot of heart, a beloved teammate, Harvard graduate, which was crazy to see in the NFL, not something you see every day very often at all, right? But as now we all know, he's transitioned into another career as being a broadcaster. And it's so wild, man, with this broadcasting ish he's been doing. His brand or his image is different than as a player. Like I said, as a player, he was just like this hardworking gunslinger. I'm going to give it all that I got. No nonsense kind of guy. Although during his time with the Buccaneers, we saw him show a little bit of character or whatever, like to joke around and have fun, fluck around, right? When he came out after a big game, throwing touchdowns to Deshaun Jackson, rocking them shades and D-Jack's chains and all that. It was a different side of Fitz, right? Something you didn't really see from him a lot. And now in this commentator role, it seems like this brand, this image that he's building kind of is more in that tone. As it just hit the news the other day, he had a social media post where he was kind of taking a jab at Tom Brady, in a sense, calling him a crybaby, speaking about penalties and such. And in this video here, we're talking about he took a jab at someone else, who was a part of the New England Patriots organization. As you know, Fitz, like I said, played with the Bills, played a lot of divisional matchups against the Patriots. He also was a Jet and a Dolphin. He played for every AFC East team except for the Patriots. And when he played for the Bills, he got a big win for us against them. First one in quite some time in 2011 in comeback fashion. It was an epic moment. And in Buffalo and Cincinnati, right, some people already recognize Fitz had some real talent, but on a national level, that opened individuals' eyes up a little bit more, man. And this time around, taking a shot at someone affiliated with the Patriots organization, it's not a player this time. Like we said, he has some jokes for Brady. He took a shot at Bill Belichick, man. And this is some funny-ish, but it's also true. Like, what is going on, man? I didn't even know this. Bill Belichick is 72 years old, right? And his girlfriend is 48 years younger than him, 24-year-old Jordan Hudson. Crazy age gap. Like, comment, what do y'all think about that, man? And it'd make it even more wild. Like, Bill Belichick was married for quite some time to Linda Holiday. Is that her name? They have 3 kids together, and they just broke up like a year ago or so in 2023. So he goes from being with this woman that I believe is around his own age and married to her, raises 3 kids with her, and then splits up with her, and he's with this girl that he's old enough to be not just her father, her fucking grandfather. Some would call him Billy the Creep. I don't know, other individuals might look at it differently, but Ryan Fitzpatrick had something to say about it. And like I said, he's a Harvard graduate, a smart guy. His father is a freaking rocket scientist. Ain't that crazy? Well, people be like, it ain't rocket science. Like, his dad is like a rocket scientist. He went to Harvard. He's smart. He knows math. And you see, he highlights the age difference by saying, hey, for all you 48-year-old romantics out there, just think your future person may not even been born yet. So we roasted Belichick with that. Like, yeah, everyone in your mid 40s, 48, you done passed your midlife crisis, you're alone. Just think, the person may not even be in this world yet. It kind of really has Belichick looking like a cold creep, man, you know? And it's like, this is a different side of Fitz. This is Fitz rocking the Deshaun Jackson chain and shades, coming out, cracking some jokes. Just like I said, during his career, his playing days, you didn't really see that much from Fitzmagic. You know what I mean? It was a different side of him, and it seems he's just really getting going on this broadcasting side, like cracking jokes weekly, going viral with some tweets, calling out Bull-ish, calling Bill Belichick for looking like a creep deluxe. And I think being a great broadcaster as well, you know, like this is a different side of Fitz, and it's really cool to see him transition into this role that he's doing. And I've enjoyed his work as a commentator. Like, what is it, Thursday Night Football, like the Prime live stream and everything. Fitz is there on the scene right after, chopping it up with who they got, Gonzalez and a few other individuals. Just a few weeks ago, it was cool when the Bills beat the Jets, who, if you guys didn't see, I just did a video on. There seems to be all this new hope for the New Jersey Jets. You know, I'm not buying it, man. I mean, that was a big W for them, an upset victory over the Houston Texans, who did beat my Buffalo Bills this year. Only one of two teams that's beat us, the Texans and Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. But other than that, baby, we're 6-2 atop the AFC East. We play the Dolphins this Sunday. All my Bills fans, hit the comments and let me know what you think about this upcoming game in the divisional race. And like I said, if you want to check that Jets video out, I'll put the link in the comments. Go tap into it and let me know what you think about Ryan Fitzpatrick, the broadcaster. At the end of that game, it was cool, though, to see him and Josh Allen sharing the stage, chopping it up, having some good convo. And then in his spare time, you know, using social networks to pull no punches and, like I said, call out Brady for being a crybaby and always getting his way with the flags. And now Bill Belichick, as you see, his 24-year-old girlfriend. Again, this man is a senior citizen. You see she dressed up as a mermaid, and they did, I guess she rocked two different Halloween costumes. One, you see him reeling her in. Look what I caught. Someone who, when I was 48 years old, they weren't even on this earth yet. Like, creepy as fuck, right? And she also rocked, dressed as Bill Belichick, as the Giants defensive coordinator. That's the one that he commented under. And, you know, for my Bills fans, as I always point out, Brady, Belichick, the Patriots, Gronk, who is from Buffalo, right? Edelman, hell, even Hogan, who played for the Bills and went there. Like, I look at all these individuals as our arch nemesis, right? As Satan, you know what I mean? But I respect what they did as far as the dynasty and all that success and everything, but they're just our arch rivals, you know? But I can give props where they're due. But it seems Fitz, as a former Buffalo Bill, New York Jet, and Miami Dolphin, but I feel like Fitz's heart is in Buffalo. This is where he really first, you know, got solidified as a starter. He had filled in for an injured Carson Palmer and won some games in Cincy, but when he took the job from Trent Edwards in Buffalo, he proved himself. He brought us hope during the drought. Like I said, he beat the Patriots. He got an extension, got a big payday, and hell, even when we drafted EJ Manuel, if he would have took a pay cut, he would have been a Bill a few more years, you know what I mean? But that's not the way things went, and he went on his way. And I tell you, man, that 2011 season, I know woulda, coulda, shoulda, this, that, and the third or whatever. If we had rested Fitz when he, you know, we found out later on in the season, he broke his ribs in a game against Washington that we played in Toronto, you know what I mean? Where Chandler jumped in the stands after scoring a touchdown like they do in Orchard Park, and the Canadian fans there let him fall over. He or maybe it wasn't Chandler, maybe that was Lee Smith. He told Walenda, who was about to take his walk across the tightrope on the falls, like, hey, Walenda, be careful, my G. You know what I mean? Like, of course, we don't want you falling into the Niagara Gorge, but he had to wear the harness to get that TV deal. But be careful when you get to the other side. The Canadian fans ain't gonna catch you if you try to jump. But in that game, Fitz took a major shot from a former Buffalo Bill, London Fletcher Baker, man. What a solid career that dude had, middle linebacker, and, you know, was a leader with the Bills. And it cracked his ribs, broke his ribs. We were 5-2 at that time. They should have rested him a few weeks and let the ribs heal up. And we also lost Fred Jackson that year to a broken leg, who at the time of going down was the top running back in the league. And, you know, things went the way they went. We ain't get, you know, it went how it went. And a lot of my fellow Bills fans, when Fitz, you know, went to, where'd he go? Tennessee, Houston, the Jets, the Dolphins, Tampa. Or no, I think Tampa was before the Dolphins. And then 1 year in Washington where he got hurt. Right away, as soon as the season kicked off, that was his last season. A lot of Bills fans were hoping, as he was signing a lot like 1 year deals on his way out of the year as his career ran down, that Buffalo might sign him as Josh Allen's backup, but it was never to be. But, you know, we love Fitz, man. Comment, all my Bills fans or anyone out there, if you're just a fan of Fitz or he played for your squad. Let me know your thoughts of him and what you think of his commentating and him calling out Bill Belichick for being a creep. You know what I mean? Like, that's some serious ether for Belichick there. For all you 48-year-old hopeless romantics out there. This guy's a Harvard graduate. Again, he knows math. Just think, like, the love of your life, that special someone may not even be born yet. That really just puts the creepiness into perspective, man. I don't know, and with all that, like you said, she rocked 2 costumes. The one, the mermaid fishing one, just extra creepy vibes to me. Comment if you feel that way. In this one, where she's dressed as Bill Belichick, Bills fans will also remember before the dynasty with the Patriots, he was Bill Parcells' defensive coordinator in New Jersey, also with the Giants when they beat us in that Super Bowl, you know. Luck you, Billy. You know what I mean? All my Bills fans, we know this Super Bowl window is open now, and I really feel like this could be the year I'm amped, man. But peep it, that's not where it stopped for Bill Belichick catching some heat during this holiday season, this spooky season on Halloween. His ex, Linda Holliday, you see, she dressed up as Uma Thurman's character from Kill Bill, and a lot of people were like, yo, that speaks for itself. These two were together for what, 16, 17 years, raised 3 kids together, and boom, they're broke up, and he's immediately with a girl that is 48 years younger than him. I mean, it is what it is. Kill Bill, right? Like, it seems pretty obvious that she's saying, hey, fuck you, I hope you die. But you see, she took the social network to share a message and say, can everyone please stop being offended by absolutely everything? I don't think it's offensive. I think it's kind of funny, you know? Like, if anything offensive, it's Bill Belichick being a creepy son of a bitch, man. Like, I don't know. I'll probably catch some heat on this, but that's just weird, man. So she's apparently, I don't know if people are calling her out like, that's offensive, that's triggering me, that you're saying kill Bill. You know, she got the right to want to see Billy get bodied, if you ask me, with this weird ish he's on. She says, y'all would have never survived in the Eddie Murphy, Andrew Dice Clay, etc. days. Shoot, you wouldn't survive the late night talk shows like Jay Leno or David Letterman. For the love of God, laugh a little, lighten up. Everything isn't an attack. Big old laughing emoji, laughing so hard you're crying. And for real, like, comedy, we've discuss this from time to time. There was that video we were discussing a little while back when Tenacious D, Jack Black's rock group, made that joke about Trump when he was hit in the ear, saying, next time, don't miss. A lot of people were saying, yo, that's over the line, that's off limits, that's triggering, that's offensive. Some people say, yo, comedy is meant to be offensive. Let me know your thoughts about that, with the way things are and what people would call a PC era and everything like that. Like, yeah, man, the Dice Man. She didn't say George Carlin. How about him? Yo, I heard him once tell someone that they smelled like an anchovies. See you unt. You remember that, Carlin? R.I.P. to him. And you're Eddie Murphy, delirious with the red leather jacket, man. Like, comedy was something just different back then. Like, let her tell her jokes, right? Like, that's not an attack. That's not triggering. Kill Bill. The motherfucker left her high and dry for a young girl in her 20s. She can't have a couple laughs. You heard her. Not everything's an attack. Laugh a little bit. Love life. Have fun. I mean, hey, she's dealing with ish processing it, and this is how she did it. And salute to her for that. So that's gonna do it for this one. I thank y'all so much for tuning in. Let me know what you guys think again about everything. Belichick's ex clapping back, Fitz football career, Fitz the broadcaster, Fitz the social network comedian pulling no punches, targeting former Patriots, and Billy the Creep. Let's talk about it all. Thanks for watching. Look forward to hearing from you guys in the comments. And as always, if you're new, it's J Coffee Talk, talking music, news, sports, current events, life, and much more. And I'm gone.